Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabs. Now, today, you might notice that I haven't done custom content. That's because I've reset my save progress on Tabs. Now, I'll show a little bit at the end, but I'm going to use this, and basically I'm going to play through the entire game. This will be episode 1, but this will be a little bit, let's say, different. Because this episode I'm going to be showing how to get every secret and legacy unit in the game. And obviously, the peasant is the only legacy unit that you don't need to get. I'll be showing off, I'll be showing off each and every secret unit because it's full release. So let's start with the cheerleader in Tribal 1. So the cheerleader can be found on the Tribal 1 map, as I said before, on this particular stump. It costs 500, and it does not do any real damage. However, what it does is increase the fire rate increase the attack speed of enemies. So let's say this archer needs to kill 10 squires. Obviously it can't really do that as well, since its attack speed isn't high enough. But let's say 5 cheerleaders, which will dramatically increase the attack speed, as you can see. Like, let's even just use 1 cheerleader. By the way, I haven't shown this off yet, but this pullback animation is just such a nice detail. So 1 cheerleader is enough, but it just increases the attack speed by quite a bit. Now, there is no secret unit in Tribal 2. This amazing ass cave does not have a secret unit located inside it. Maybe we'll one day, but not now. So, Tribal Sandbox. Tribal Sandbox, however, does have 2, and they're both related. So the first one is located on this altar with a bunch of bone stuff around it. It's this particular skull. The raptor is a swarm unit, and it is quite aggressive. Let's put it up against a bunch of clubbers, and you can see the raptors are quite wily. They seem to be on copious amounts of cocaine, or even whatever makes them copious amounts of sugar. They have diabetes, and their sugar level is just at the point where they won't die. So you can see that they're quite a swarm unit. They do cost 200, but they're quite worth the cost. The second secret unit is located in this cave. So remember, it's the cave next to the dick structure. It's this one with a bigger raptor skull and a smaller wobbler skull on top of it. The Raptor Rider. The Raptor Rider is basically the regular raptor, but now the rider. Oh, and also, I don't know how many people have noticed this, but the Raptor Rider raptors are much bigger. I don't know what this man is doing. I think it's the rider. No, the raptor, I mean. God damn it. So let's say we have a few chieftains. Now we have bigger raptors. That was a bad idea. See if we got just a massive amount. There's fewer raptors, but now there's riders as a backup. These riders can fight, just not as well as the raptors can hump. So yeah, that might have been a bit too much caveman, but Next is the farm, is Farmer 1, which actually has the first secret map. I'm going to be showing that after I've shown all the secret units, but this guy is unique. Wheelbarrow Dragon. He's located behind this particular bush on the blue side. He costs a lot more than the others. Okay. So as you can see, his biggest weakness is what the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah. Fuck. I didn't realize he did that much damage. So, the thing about the Wheelbarrow Dragon is it doesn't do very well in maneuvering. Okay, that time I managed to get a 3-hit combo. So yeah. By the way, oh yeah, Farmer 2 doesn't have any secret units. We'll go back to Farmer 1 to get the secret area. There's also another secret area. There's much more well known on Farmer on Medieval 1. But we'll look at the secret unit. So this is the first secret unit. By the way, a lot of people probably haven't gotten these secret, will have seen these secret units. But this is for newer players. Okay, so we got the Tree Giant. One of the most expensive units in the game. Let's put him against the most expensive base, non-secret or legacy unit. Or just a base unit, I guess we can call it. The Da Vinci tank, which costs the same. Now, Da Vinci tank cost 4,000. And this glorious giant. This is a test of how powerful this giant is. As we can see, Da Vinci is about to get his shit rocked. And while the Da Vinci tank may have a lot of health, the Tree Giant does a lot of damage. Since he's part of the medieval faction, let's put him against a bunch of medieval squires. Dun, dun. Let's see what happens. Now, as we can see, he throws the tree down and absolutely kills a bunch of them. This guy is dead. Goodbye. Okay, that was a hard hit. Yes. Okay, the Tree Giant, boring to control but quite fun to watch it destroy stuff. Next is this axe belongs to the Executioner. One of the most terrifying units, and fun fact, one of the first, like, one of the 3 first secret units in the game. Yeah, it was one of the original secret units added in a patch. Okay, let's put it. Now this guy swings down like a typical executioner, which might seem counterproductive, but Oh. As we can see, I don't think anyone can match this. Oh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. This puppet is close to the mic. So, overall, quite a niche unit, because it is quite powerful in terms of strength. However, it does have a nerf in that it only swings down, which is quite which can be quite counterproductive, because it's just not a very good strategy. Like, it covers only one unit. Anyway, next unit. It's saying a Jack in the Box. Can we just admire this texture? Yeah. It's saying a Jack in the Box. So, let's just have 1 against 3. A lot of people... Unacceptable. A lot of people knows what it does, but it does backflips, and it has knives. It has knife shoes. It wields knife daggers, and it kicks. It's most famous for doing dick kicks and just rocking people's shit. Very cool unit. However, a way to defeat it is to simply fire an arrow at it. You can only dodge melee hits, which makes it very good for melee, but not at all effective against ranged. Okay, now I have a test for you. Can you find the most obvious secret unit? Yes, you can. It's a impaled catapult operator. It's not a peasant. It's because peasants have a completely different look. It's an impaled catapult operator, and who impaled it was none other than Vlad the Impaler himself. Now, someone on the tabs forum said that it looked like a Viking. However, they do not realize that they chose the one unit that was actually historically accurate, and he was in the medieval times. Okay, so we're going to put him against the catapult operator, since that was the guy who died. Holy shit. Okay, that showed off what he did. He hits with his big stick. So, let's see what he does. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show, but I didn't know if it will happen. He actually has a chance to literally impale units on the end of his spike, and they will stay there till he knocks them off. Oh yeah, and that's his new ability added in the 0.13 update, the last early access update before full release. I should say early access major update. And it was major because it added the unit creator. They really just the chicken. God damn it. So yeah, now he literally impales units. And he's become quite a good unit. However, one unit that is not quite a good unit is here. I don't admire this texture. Also, I love the depth. It's not like two into each other. Yeah, the Mace Spinner. The second of the 3 original like OG secret units. I'm probably the worst of the 3. By the way, I think the secret units were like the first units to be added into the game, not in the early access release. So yeah, something that YouTubers have milked just the shit out of is the ability for the Mace Spinner to turn into a small tornado. Yeah, I don't know if any of the other units we currently have do it. But yeah, and the third one is actually the only unit that has been technically removed from the game. Although some might not know of it. Cavalry. The Cavalry Knight. The Cavalry Knight was actually its own unit for a time, but was removed and replaced. They sound like an autistic kid in school, and I can say that I have Asperger's, which is technically autism, okay? Fuck you. So he he charges. And fun fact, if the knight is killed, so will the horse, but I believe that if the horse can be killed. Can the horse be killed, please? Can someone kill the horse? I want the horse to die. I've never wanted a horse. I never wanted a legendary wobbly horse to die so much. Yes, yes. See, he's fucking dead now. I may have gone a little overboard. Next is Ancient One, which actually has only one unit on top of the tower. The lighthouse. You can see the bow of an expensive unit. Artemis. Now I don't know why Artemis is so expensive. Like more expensive than her father. She's basically the she was the boss for this beautiful man who came along. Okay, stop. I didn't realize he sounded like the two towers falling over. Okay. So Artemis was actually the third original secret unit, and she was for several times in TAP's history the most expensive unit in the game. And she definitely was when the secret units came out. Oh, please do the thing. Yes, yes. Oh, Jesus, she's a Cyclops. She's not usually a Cyclops. Oh my god. Yeah, so Artemis is probably shouldn't have chosen a unit with a shield to go against an archer. This Artemis is a really good unit, and you can't really overwhelm her with units unless they're shielded. There we go, regular Artemis. There we go. She really chose that. Okay. She really chose a bad place to go off. Oh yeah, and fun fact, she also used to have 2 bows, but she gained 1. She had her bow replaced with 1, in exchange for this new ability. What the fuck? Why are they being thrown back? So that's... She still fires multiple bows with one hit. But now they have cool leaf effects. And they also have a unique texture. So, that's Artemis for you. Really cool unit. Like, she used to be just like a niche one. Because she fired 2 bows. Well, not niche, but I don't know. Next is, quite a cool one. Underneath this one, which I think says Landfall Games. As you can see, it says Landfall Games with the Landfall logo. It's the sword in front of the Thinker statue. So the teacher is quite another niche unit. I love that. I haven't seen the teacher with the new texture that was in the Unit Crate update, I think. But he looks awesome. No, I'm not gonna use a I'm gonna use 10. Just 2. Because the teacher teacher okay, this is how he's supposed to do. He always lets his opponents attack first. Although there's a bit of a bug where you have to let him parry first. Okay, I'm done with the teacher. I'm done. You have to let him parry first before you're able to parry in unit possession, but at this point I'm just done. Anyway. In Ancient Set, I think they have actually changed the position of this one. I'm not sure though. I'll have to look at... I'm not going to include a disclaimer, say if. It's just going to be like, this is how it currently is. The fan bearer. Once again, another real niche unit. Because they literally blow away the units, and they do a very minor amount of damage. They're meant as support units, but if you get hit by the fan, you can actually get have damage done to the unit. And as you can see, they are killing some of these units. In fact, they're killing all of them. They won by wind. So, once again, quite a niche unit, but a welcome one. Next, we have one that's we have this one, who I think is actually a dynasty unit. Yeah, Chico no. Yeah, he's put in a dynasty area because it's meant to be based off of a dynasty. He's a dynasty unit. Chico no. So we're actually gonna put him against a single samurai, because samurai deflect projectiles. However, to combat this, Chikonu has invented something that shoots multiple times at a time. Okay, I should point out that this part of the video, multiple times at a time. Chikonu has invented something that shoots multiple times at a time. I should point out that that thing that he invented to shoot multiple times, well, his name isn't Chikonu. That's his weapon. His weapon is called a repeating crossbow, which I think was invented in the Asian country, maybe. Let's. I'll bring up the Google search in a moment. So here we go. And as you can see, if we go into a very trustable website, Wikipedia, hold on. We can see at the we can see, we can show ridiculous Chico romanization system for Mandarin Chinese. So it's a Chinese weapon, Chinese crossbow, impugning Zhuge Nu, also romanized Chico Nu. So what I'm saying is that I'm a fucking idiot. Well, no, I'm not a fucking idiot. I just didn't know that I didn't know this was a weapon. I thought the Landfall had developed. The developers at Landfall had made this up. But in actual fact, it's an actual weapon that actual people used in actual Chinese war back in what was the Warring States period? 260 BC. Oh, that's pleasant. Fuck. So, long story short, I'm an idiot. So, I just had to put this up here because I looked this up to see what the hell it meant and realized, oh shit, it's an actual weapon. Huh. So yeah, it is a dynasty unit. Anyway, back to the video. Now this is a unique crossbow for him, and he also does something which very few ranged units do, in that he walks backwards when reloading. But there is actually a unique crossbow in the game. There is actually a crossbow in the game that only shoots once, and I think it's quite cool. And we're not getting a crossbow unit in the game, but we can. It's in the unit creator, obviously. Now we have another bow, because you can never have too many bows. And here we have the most overpowered unit in the game, Cupid. I hate that so much. Let's say we had a shield bearer and a Swisser. And this is what happens. Smooth jazz playing. We can obviously get 2 kings, in which blasphemy will occur apparently, and gayness will erupt. This is out of any niche unit, this is the most niche unit. Oh, and don't, disclaimer, don't use this against mounts. Shoot him. We'll use a catapult, because they can't hit Cupid. it completely breaks the game. And that's just a basic one, turning in circles. But you can have some fucking weird stuff. As you can see here. This is why this unit is such a niche unit. Because it completely breaks the game with how it affects mounts. So don't use this unit for like general game fight stuff, because it'll just break the game completely. Not like this. Not like this. Now this one is on the edge. This edge, like you go off and you edge. And fun fact, Viking is like the only default game thing with no Viking 2. It's just Viking 1. Nah. Shouter. Now this I said the other one was niche. This one is also quite niche. Let's see, we have a group of these. It's meant to be as a support unit. Because for sure. Now, the damage is, it does diddly shit to health. I'm pretty sure punching is better than shouts. But yeah, I'm not gonna, it's meant to be a support unit to break formations, but it can also break formations of the actual team. Now, on the opposite side, literally, is the most expensive, was for a while the most expensive unit until Legacy came out. The Ice Giant. This unit actually, I'm pretty sure, actually was intended to be part of the Vikings, like the Shadow or the Warhammer. The Warhammer isn't in the game, and the Shadow and Ice Giant were made into their own units. Now, you can see the Viking faction trailer, which like has aged probably the best of the 3 faction trailers, because if you look at, you can see how outdated the Farmer and Stone Age factions are, because Stone Age was called Stone Age and not Tribal. This has aged the best because they look most like how they actually are. Yeah, that ability was added during the unit crate update. Yeah, quite a fearsome ability. We can actually use a bunch of these in the back, so he can use all of his Ice Breath, and then use his main ability, which is to punch. He actually has an area of effect punch. This is why the secret faction shouldn't be used in like competitive stuff, because like the units will just win. The Ice Giant has become so overpowered. I mean, like the Jarl has become overpowered because of the 2 new abilities. Like, no, well, it hasn't become entirely overpowered. Like, there are ways to defeat it. It's just a really powerful boss in general. Like, it's wrecking the Ice Giant right now. Like, the Enrage makes it invincible. The Ice Giant can still kill 4 of them, but yeah. Next is a unit that was overpowered as all hell for a long time. Now there's Excalibur. You haven't actually noticed this. However, this is not the thing we're looking at today. By the way, I still love this arena setting. Like, they could have just made this a pit. But they had to add, like, structures and a gate. A huge gate. And, the ice, like an ice sword, which is actually in the unit creator and can freezes people when you hit them with it. Very unique. Another unit that freezes people when their weapon hits them is this boy. Jesus Christ. Ula. He's actually the stepson, or I'm pretty sure the stepson of Thor. He used to cost like under half this amount. And now he costs a lot more. They didn't change anything, they just literally added the cost. It's kind of like the... And you can see why, kind of. Also, they added this awesome texture to his blades, because now they have an axe like this, a double-sided axe. But that one doesn't freeze people. I think it actually affects them more if they don't have shields. Or did they actually nerf the effect? Because he used to be able to, like, kill, like, freeze, like, a absolutely huge amount of units in one hit. Now, it doesn't do that anymore. They nerfed Ula so much. Christ, now he's more of a support unit. Anyway, Dynasty. Okay. How long has this video been going on? 40 minutes. Okay. So. I absolutely love this map too. Like, yeah. Now let's get the hardest unit to find. One of the hardest. With its Guando. Lady Red Jade. She actually received a buff. Which allowed her to do some As you can see, it requires a substantial amount to match her cost. She summons tornadoes now. I'm not gonna show it off, but if you give her cheerleaders, she'll actually create a massive tornado. So she has become a much better fighter. So it's much harder to defeat her. Anyway, next unit is another really hard one to find, and it's under the right bridge in the reeds. It's a foot. Someone drowned under here, and who was it? The Taekwondo. Kind of like a lesser Lady Red Jade in a way. If you think about it, like, Lady Red Jade does kick. Except this unit kicks a whole lot harder. Like, I'm not joking. If you want to see how hard he kicks, or she, or whatever gender they are, let's get Zeus. He's a god, right? Bam. Oh my god. It's only a few kicks. Oh my god. Let's take the Minotaur. Okay. Taekwondo does a lot of damage. It's a glass cannon. It's a melee glass cannon, which you rarely ever see. However, there's like 3 more secret units on this level, so let's get to the rest of them. And like the rest, like 4 of the 5 are really overpowered. Now I'm pretty sure they changed the position of this one. Now it's behind this this thing, down on this cliff. The sword is here, much more hidden than I remember it to be. Shogun. Now this also received a buff in the unit creator. Oh yeah, and it also is like it's basically a samurai but on steroids, because the samurai, because it deflects so much more projectiles. But it has like master projectile block, but there's 3 projectile blocks. There's projectile block, master projectile block, and then a new one they call God-like projectile block. Now, that is his new ability. It's so cool. I love it so much. Now we'll delete the Shogun because we've got another one to find on top of this thing. The Shogun was down low. This one is not low. Is so and so. I don't fucking know. The Sensei. Oh yeah, by the way, Shogun was the samurai master. Sensei's the ninja master. Except now, I think the Sensei has gone a little overboard. You saw that shower of projectiles? That's its new ability. I think it's when units get close. Yeah, when units get somewhat close. It's amazing. And the final one is down here actually. This giant sword. All you have to do is fall down the pit and find giant sword of the Samurai Giant. He's actually cost 3,000, which is 500 less than the, I guess you can call them the Dynasty Trinity. Because of how powerful they are. Let's put them against the test. Might. Of course against the samurai, because the samurai are the training dummies. Now. Yes. That's his powerful attack. This is his main attack where he just does backflips. That's basically all you have to see of this Samurai Giant. That's basically, it's amazing. Oh yeah. And it also has the ability to deflect to each projectiles. Yep. Insane. What about a lot of big projectiles? There you go. Oh! I love how the ballista just contorts units. Yeah. So ranged units aren't good against the Samurai Giant. Next one is above. Now, not on the Renaissance map, above the Renaissance map. This is the unit itself. The biggest bitch of the entire game. The Ballooner. Well, he was the biggest bitch. Until they improved him. Let's give him a farmer. See what happens. Now normally he'd do something like that. However, he does have a okay, here we go. Let's use this guy. So what he does is bring them all down and just it's just a fiery mess. They also mean to fall damage. So, like the original Sticky Hands Balloon Man unit, which is shown, had the ability to do this, but it wasn't implemented until the new update. 0.13.0, I believe. Now, Pirate Map. Fun fact: in the loading screen of full release, they actually have a few scenes of it seemingly new Pirate Map, which you might be getting in a future update. We probably will, because the game is lacking some maps. Let's go for the first one. The only one that explodes, Bomb on a Stick. The female, she does have boobs. So, although the sounds might indicate otherwise, but I'm gonna say it's a pirate. I'm gonna be going up against a pirate. Now, watch this. It missed. Hopefully it'll hit this time. Yeah, see? If we watch that in real time, what they do is, what she does is hit the unit and then fucking explode. That's all. Now, this next unit is actually a really cool one. Many people haven't had the time to actually look at the secret unit unlock. That actually has like both units on it. One with the pirate hat and sword, and the other with just the pirate cap thing. With bombs around it. It's a really cool, like really detailed unit unlock that I really like. Because I actually don't see it in. Boom! Bomb cannon. With 2 units on. The 2 units that wear that stuff. Yep. Okay, we're unlocking more and more units. So, he costs the same as a pirate captain. So what it is this guy with a knife in his mouth, manning the cannon with his junk. And then this guy manning the cannon with also his dick. This guy, if you look at slow motion, this guy indicates it's a fire. This guy aims and fires at the unit, which does a lot of damage usually. If you get a bunch of units, it works a lot better. And I'm pretty sure this guy at the front actually like uses his sword. So yeah, there's 2 more though. So one under in this book. It's the most famous of them all. Clams. This unit is the reason why the secret faction isn't part of the main game factions, technically. He's so overpowered. Summon 6 clams. My hero. It just grabs his neck. Okay. In several amounts. Shut the koi. Hey. It's just, you're dead. That's all I have to show. Once again, hidden underneath, under this clam, is the head. It's the head of the clam in the clam. Next one is probably the most secretive of the 4 pirate secret units. It's here. Originally, it was just they didn't have this shading, but as you can see, there you go. And Blackbeard. Now, this unit has some lore on Tapper's lore. Let's look around. He's actually dying drinking, which I'm pretty sure in Tapsel he was poisoned by his first officer after narrowly surviving a shipwreck. In which I'm guessing this is his ship. Then Blackbeard, and then this ship, and then I love how they differentiate the ships. So anyway, inside it's Blackbeard, and the Elder Gods actually bring him back to life and put anchors on the end of his hands. And there's actually a tweet showing off Blackbeard. He was originally going to be the boss, but then they made it the Pirate Queen. And Blackbeard the secret unit. Since they cost us about the same. Oh yeah. Blackbeard not only looks awesome, but he also is awesome because as part of his new unit creator update, he summons a bunch of this and then does all this shit. Blackbeard doesn't care about your shit. So he died. Let's see how a bunch of pirates fare against him. I originally thought his attack he was using too much, however, it seems to be quite a balanced attack, which is good because you don't want a too overpowered unit. Just want like a kind of, yeah, that unit. Okay. It's Blackbeard. We're almost done, guys. Oh my god. Speaker 1 has the final secret map, and 2 secret units, both on this side apparently. I have this boy, giant skeleton skull. So a giant skeleton, it's a skeleton. Also, I love how the unlock effects are blue on these maps. So, the oddly priced skeleton giant. Pretty sure added with the unit creator update, or like a. Actually, I think it was the update before, as like a Christmas update. No, like the second holiday update for tabs, which added spooky secret units, Halloween secret units, and Christmas secret units, and the Christmas map. As you can see, he has the new effect, which is Super Spook, which I think will scare any unit in the game, and like a lot of units instead of one unit per scare. And it's a cool way of differentiating the skeleton giant from like a giant skeleton, other than just still has no brains. Okay, but okay, I don't want to mess around with them. Next we have chains and a head, and this unit is one of my favorite secret units. But unlock Banshee, or as the text reads, Banshee. Packed with flavor. Another very odd cost. The Banshee is, I think in Irish folklore, a Banshee was like a ghost that made like screamed in the night of a family member, and if anyone who heard it would die the day after. Let's put her against a bunch of skellies. She's a range unit, however, not in the way you'd expect. She transports unit up and break them, and then screams. That's actually her scream. It's called Banshee Scream. Killing everyone around her. Let's just watch that again. Did you notice? Ah yes, the skeletons have become terrified. Next is probably the 2 most obvious units in the game. Can you notice them? Let's go for this thing. the witch. I love the witch. I love the witch. She's such a bitch. Oh. That, like, most witches you see are just old hags. This one is so old it died. No. Come on, man. You're interrupting everything. The witch summons clones and actually does this, which unfortunately... Oh, it didn't kill one of them instantly. They're actually like mind control units. For, I think it's called like infected or something. They're just united in doing that. Okay. We can't not pay attention to this one. This is probably one of my favorite secret units. Blue unlock. Necromancer. Who is also a skeleton. Now, a necromancer is someone who like messes around with the dead. Let's just get a few like squires, because it doesn't work with regular skeletons. They turn into skeletons with their weapons, and the necromancer uses graves. I think they use their hook as a melee weapon. So once a unit dies, due to their attack, they'll turn into that, and they'll become basically like allied if they're affected by it. That is. I love the necromancer so much. He's such a good unit. Anyway, Wild West. I'll have to do like a special episode on the Legacy faction, because they're such a big faction. I know the Secret faction is a really big faction too, but Legacy is all on one map, and plus it's every like secret, not every Legacy. So we have 10 more secrets. 3 of them are on this now. They're all related to buildings, like we can see. Bank, Saloon, Wobbly West. Do you remember the contest for like naming the Wild West town? This is the Wobbly West. Sheriff, Hardware, Guns, Tobacco. Now, we're gonna ignore the Hardware and Saloon. We're gonna go to the Sheriff now. Knock knock, no one's here. We go at the back. Oh no, what's happened? It's a carriage where they were likely going to carry a prisoner. The prisoner has escaped from his ball and chain. He wanders around, apparently taking it with him. It's the ball and chain. Don't know what's happened to my voice. I don't, it's, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go for, I feel like a miner is probably too good. Okay. Yeah, okay. So all he does is launch himself with this thing. Yeah. Hardware, no, it's Guns, Tobacco. Now. It's behind the Guns Tobacco store and a lead up to the upper area. Behind it is a new invention made by the owner, I predict. The Gatling gun. This is actually a kind of a niche one. Because attacking is quite slow, and then like what happens is it gets faster. So it's not like a gun where you have to reload it. It consistently like goes faster as you crank it more, because there's a crank there. A really cool one. We're actually gonna organize a fight between a bunch of miners, so we can allow the Gatling gun to do something on this side. And you probably will, you might know this about this, you might know this about this, but if you shoot the bank, if you shoot the back of the bank, you'll actually be able to get into the back of the bank and get into the safe. Bank robbers. This one is kind of like, it's basically a smaller form of the longship. So it's two outlaws, which could be the gunslinger and the quick draw. It probably is, because this one is two guns and this one is one. But the gunslinger uses two guns on each hand. Then they attack and get fucked by the cactuses. So is the quick draw an outlaw or not? Oh my god, it's uncanny. It's an uncanny resemblance. I'm gonna say that they are, and that the Deadeye is the sheriff. In Tab's canon, because the Deadeye seems like she would be a villain, but she could probably be the sheriff. And since the quick draw and the gunslingers aren't definitely not the like part of law enforcement, then I'm gonna say, yeah, she's the sheriff. Now, fuck, I went to the wrong one. This one is a smaller map that you don't immediately go to. Originally, you could it was actually just unlocked by default. You didn't have to unlock it, but now, inside this snow globe is a world you could never imagine. And now we can enter. That's cool unlock. It's like snow. Now, we go out. Oh yeah, it's at the end. Farmer snow. Or you release it and then it snowfies the world. This is a cool map, but what's cooler is the units. Now first, we have one that was nerfed. So now it only... Oh, it's still a cool thing. Present Elf. Where are you? Present Elf. La-di-do. Now, choose your poison, because he throws one present and only one present. Which can summon anything. From the Reaper to something useless. Like, you could get a chieftain, or you could get something useless. Although, oh yeah, also the water's frozen. I don't want to get this rich tank. Oh my god. Oh, a cavalry. This is just luck being unlucky to me. Oh, a stoner. You could get a stoner. Yeah, that's good enough. The present elf. And then I feel like they really just didn't blend this one in with the environment. Apparently, this one got frozen by itself. And this cool snow ice mage. I still love the snow particle effects when you unlock it directly. So the ice mage is another niche one. Let's have it face against a harvester. It's more of a support unit since what it does freezes the enemy. And actually takes away their health as when they're frozen. And I think like hitting the ice makes the ice go away. Really cool unit. That's okay. That's those two. Then we have the most famous secret of tabs, ever since from 0.1.0 to 1.0.0. The secret has been revealed. The door opens to a shrine. Shrine of what? A shrine of believers. And there's the light, and then there's a light that comes down, floods into here. And that unlocks a new area. Oh yeah, so that automatically goes into the campaign. And this new area, we're just gonna look at this by itself. Because look at this, it's so beautiful. Like the trees look so much better than regular trees. It looks like everything, even the void looks glorious. Have you ever seen void look glorious? I don't think you have. Yeah. And then there's a void coming out of this one too. Which we can actually see. I think we can see these two statues in the other map. But first we're going to look at the secret unit. I haven't had a moment to bask in the glory of this one. Look at it. It looks so good. They really did a good job on this release. Like different particles going around it. Oh yeah, that's the island moving up and oh god, that's trippy. Oh, it makes me feel sick. So the Solar Architect. We're gonna face it off against some of the good units, which I haven't used yet. Devote Gauntlet. So the Solar Architect is. This does massive damage. So we're gonna have a few go front. And this does massive damage to things that go into it. Really cool unit. And like in the lore, it probably is responsible for making the sun. Or making the area that the fantasy good is, which could be heaven, it could be like a home of the gods. Anyway, the new door seems to have been broken. Okay, and everything has been destroyed. A portal to a new world has opened. Into the new campaign. We're at the end. No. I'm pretty sure this is the hole that we came from to get like into the world. And this was assumedly the statue in Fantasy Good that got destroyed here. Basically holding this statue together in place. I haven't looked at the details of this map very much yet. But holy shit. Oh, soul torches. There's so much good juicy lore here, and like pits of green that if you fall into you'll die. Yeah, but anyway, we're here for this. I also haven't had a good look at it. And it doesn't just have this red tornado, it has fiery effects coming off of it. The unit that I love to use but hate to face. Infernal Whip. The final secret unit we have currently. Now let's face it against evil. We're gonna face it against a few exiled sentinels. As you can see, all this thing does is cause fire with its whip, and it's amazing. I have a few shadow walkers face up against it. Obviously they do ridiculous amounts of damage, so yeah. But that overall is every secret unit in the new update. And let's just look at this. Let's enjoy this, because this is like, it's calm and it's really just so anyway, that was every secret unit in the full release of tabs. Every secret. And obviously the legacy units don't count as secret units. They are legacy units. They are their own faction. And they're basically presented in the style of secret units, but they are part of their own faction. So yeah, anyway, let's look around. Oh, Santa! I never noticed Santa was here. Surrounded by trees. Everything. Oh, these are fully grown trees. Oh. Christmas trees. Merry Christmas, everyone. Even though Christmas was last year. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it's a snow globe. It's like we're inside a snow globe. Like, where did all these lights come from? They're not stars, that's for sure. We're in a snow globe. It's presented like a snow globe. We're in a fucking snow globe. Anyway. Or they could be stars. I don't give a shit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, consider leaving a like. This probably took me quite a while to edit. If you like my channel, consider subscribing. Did I already say that? Like and subscribe. Because yeah, that is an incentive. Is that even just saying that makes people want to subscribe more. Subscribe if you want to keep up with my videos and want to help my channel, because you shouldn't just watch the videos. Like, if you know you like my channel a lot, subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you another time. World peace. Just game person out.